All right, to start us off, we have Ben Shakur coming in from New Zealand. Team RPM, he's going to put a nice backhand Tata ET out and park this basket. Great shot there. Up next, from Australia, from Team Cross Tasman Discs, we have Mark. He is throwing a Tata ET, nice hyzer shot up through the trees, perfect placement. Followed up by Claire, also in Australia at Team Cross Tasman Discs. She's going to put a slight anhyzer on it and show us a flex shot through the trees in the gap. Nice flex shot Tata ET right into the landing spot. Up next is Will from Upper New York, Team Spartan Discs, Team RPM. He's got an atomic Tata ET right here. He's going to show us a couple throws with it through the trees. And so what you're going to see throughout this video is the Tata ET, here's a glow shot from Will, is going to flirt. The official numbers are 10 speed, 5 glide, 0 turn, and 2 fade. And what you're going to see, depending on your arm speed and your distance, and depending on which type of plastic you're throwing it, those numbers are accurate, and maybe add or take away a half of a speed or glide or turn rating here and there. Here is Sully. Sully is also from Upper New York. He's on Team Spartan Discs and Team RPM. And he's going to put a nice snap on these Tata ETs. And he's going to be showing us that you could actually get a 10.5 negative 0.5 and a 2 fade. Regardless, this disc can be thrown into a headwind. It's very, very reliable. It can be four-handed. It's very, very reliable for that. It's really just going to depend on if you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced. So people with about 350 feet of power and under, those slower arm speeds, that 10.502 is going to be very, very accurate. Maybe even 10.502 and a half. It can be stable for you. It can fit into that, maybe that Firebird slot for you with the slower arm speeds. That nice overstable fairway between distance driver slot. Here is Bryce. Bryce Winchester is going to show us some field work. He's got all the different types of plastics with the Tata ET. He's coming all the way from Australia, sending in these videos, backhand and forehand. Really appreciate Bryce. I know he gets some nice distance. Maybe, I think he said he's hovering around 120 meters, I believe, with the forehand, which I wish I could get. But yeah, so chatting with everyone around the states and even around the different countries, we've basically come to the consensus that the atomic plastic, the atomic Tata ET, is the most overstable, and that's going to be your 10.502 or your 10.502 and a half if you have a slower arm speed. So that's the nice and beefy, stable version of the Tata ET. Whereas the Cosmic and the Glow are going to give you that 10.5 negative 0.52 or maybe even that 10.5 negative 1.2 depending on your arm speed and if there's a little bit of a headwind. Here's Malachi. Malachi is 18 years old. He is on Team RPM. He is a bomber. He has a really nice forehand as well. He's going to show us a couple of backhands here. Get a little bit of turn out of these. Thank you, Malachi, for sending these. He's getting really good distance with the backhands here. Following Malachi, we have Corbin from Indianapolis. Indiana. I've played with Corbin a few times. Big arm. He can push these almost to 500 feet. So you're going to see, he told me he has a Cosmic that is about 10.5 negative 1.2. And these are in his bag, and they are bombers. And very, very, very reliable. So whether you're throwing them into a headwind, whether you're throwing them on flex shots, or getting a little bit of turn out of them, you're always going to get that nice, reliable fade at the end. Keith sends me these videos. Keith, comment below, please, where you're from. I think you might be from the North Carolina area. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry, but Keith is going to show us a bunch of different backhand shots here with the Tata ET. Some water carries, some different plastics. Keith and some others have mentioned that the Strata plastic is actually one of their favorites because the Tata ET and the Strata plastic is a little, it's kind of flippy. It's really beginner friendly. You can get some nice turn out of it and some easier distance if you have slower arm speed. So you might want to look into that lighter and baseline Strata plastic if you do have the slower arms and you're looking for more distance. Whereas if you want to go with the Atomic, the Glow, the Platinum, or the Cosmic to be more of your beefier, more stable Tata ET. Who's going to be coming up after Keith? I think we're going to have, Matt from Northern New York, Team RPM, Team Spartan Disc. Matt, I've played with him before. He has a huge forehand. Here's a glow. It's so smooth. I wish I could borrow that forehand from him. He's going to bomb the glow Tata ET down there with a forehand, and you're going to see nice stability. And he's even going to show us an overhand shot through the woods. I believe that's an atomic. So now we're going to see some, not just some backhands, but also some forehands and some overhand shots with the Tata ET, which is nice to see. I know he parks this glow one through the woods. Just a nice smooth forehand, a little bit of turn, and still the nice fade at the end. And I know that one ended up at the bullseye.
Let's go.
Who's up after Matt? Oh, here's Sophie. Yes. So I will be tagging Sophie's Instagram in the description. Sophie comes all the way from Sweden sending in these videos. She's one of the ones that confirmed that the glow is a tad bit more understable than the atomics. And again, all the way from Sweden, Sophie posts videos throwing RPM discs, and they are wonderful. I love watching them, and definitely going to check out her Instagram. I will add that to the description of this video. Second to last, but not least, we have Big Mike coming from Michigan,
Low ceiling hole,
the Ruru man with over 200 Rurus. He's going to show us forehand rollers and tomahawks with the Tata ET and all the different plastics. So you're going to have seen backhands, you're going to see forehands, you're going to see rollers, and you're going to see tomahawks. It's super, super flexible. I mean, it is versatile. I mean, that's why I think it's the disc of the year for 2023. Slower arm speeds, 10.502 or 10.502 and a half. Bigger arms and faster arm speeds, 10.5, negative 0.5 or negative 1.2. Very reliable. We're going to be giving away a pink Cosmic Tata ET. If you want to win, you have to comment below your Instagram or your Facebook account. Comment below your Instagram or your Facebook account, and I will be picking a random winner for a pink Cosmic Tata ET, as Big Mike shows us a few more of the overhand shots through the woods up in Michigan. And then lastly, I'll show you a 345-foot hole on a local course of mine that's actually a nemesis for me, but I've been able to finally snag the birdie with a forehand thanks to the Tata ET. I just put it out there on some Anheuser, and I get the nice flex relying on that stability, and I was able to pick up the birdie on this 345-foot hole. So Tata ET, disc of the year. Comment below, and we will be picking a winner in a few days.